microphone?
There we go.
All right. It's time, baby. The Kung Fu Mac attack. And as I promised, the godfather of the martial arts, Sifu Alan Goldberg, ladies and gentlemen. Sifu, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Glad you can make it, sir. You got a lot going on, so I don't want to waste no time. Okay, so you just came out, all right, with your brand new Tao of Wing Chun Kung Fu magazine. Tell us about it. Tell us how it came to be and where people can buy it. And I'm going to put that link in the description.
Well, basically, this is my other magazine, Action Magazine, has been in print for 29 years. And I brought a new partner on. We were doing some good things. And one day I just said, you know something? I'd like to do something on all the Wing Chun people because we don't get handled the way we used to when Inside Kung Fu was around. So I came up with this little idea, and I hooked up with Don Warner from WE Productions, and we put this together, and the quality, everything about this magazine is just top of the line. Of course, I had to put my Sifu on the front cover. You can purchase it right through Amazon. It's a Tao Wing Chun on Amazon. They'll send it out within 2 days. But during that time, well, I say this weekend, I had a new idea. And in the industry that we're in, so many people are into doing movies, doing shorts, and just being involved in the entertainment industry. And I have a new magazine coming out within the month called Hollywood Martial Arts. So that'll also be on Amazon, and quality-wise, phenomenal. We got some great people in it, and we're going to be opening up to the public to help everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you are the founder of Action Magazine, right? What year is that? What years are we in for Action Magazine?
We're at in our 29th year right now, believe it or
not. 29th year, ladies and gentlemen. So that means at the Action Magazine Martial Arts Mega Weekend 2022, we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Action Magazine.
And when I started that magazine, everyone looked at me and said, yeah, okay. No one believed it. And 29 years later, we're still in existence.
Now, for people who don't know, which is not that many people. So for folks who don't know, name some of the people that you've covered in that Action Magazine in the past almost 30 years.
Well, recently we just did Billy Blanks, did Mr. Levine. We did Hassan Khalik. We've done everyone from Rico Guy. We've done Ron Van Cleef. We've done just about every, I want to say, really grassroots martial art. We even did Brandon Lee. We were going to press, and 3 days after Brandon Lee died, we were able to get an article and get him on the front cover. So we've been involved with the grassroots efforts within martial arts. And I've stayed friends with all the other publishers from Black Belt, at the time Inside Kung Fu, Taekwondo Times. So we've always worked together, and, you know, they didn't worry about me because I was a free magazine. We gave it away to everybody. Now we don't do that no more.
Well, listen, that's a good question. Can anybody get back issues, and are you going to make it digital?
Well, there is some sub-issue on the issue. They call it ISSU. There are probably about 20, 25 magazines on that. The real problem with this is that the quality, but you could go into eBay, and put up Action Martial Art Magazine, and there are, I say, about 30, 40 different magazines. We did 83 magazines, and we just did 3 new ones in the last year and a half. There's 86 different magazines out there from Action Magazine.
Wow. That's huge. That's huge right there. Now, I know you're working on issue 2, right? For Tao Wing Chun?
Which number 2, hopefully on the cover this time. I was supposed to be on it, but I'm taking myself off. I have Phil Morris from the Seinfeld show. Phil's a Wing Chun practitioner about 40 years. Good friend of mine. Actually studied with some people that my students. So we're putting Phil on the cover. And I'll get on eventually, but I didn't do it to put myself on the cover of a magazine. I'm always a little shy, believe it or not. But when it comes to that, I am, you know. But
Now,
this new Hollywood magazine, I literally think it's going to be the biggest thing that's ever come along in the martial art magazine industry.
oh no, I totally agree. Now, Phil Morris, is that the dude that comes to the expo
Yeah,
as well?
yeah,
I
yep,
believe he's on. If I'm not mistaken, he's Cyborg's father on Doom Patrol.
yep, yep. Oh,
HBO
yeah,
Max, plug it real quick.
yeah.
Get HBO Max. You can go watch Doom Patrol. Of course, you can see Phil Morris on there. But I didn't know he was a Wing Chun guy.
Oh yeah, and his father actually was the gentleman that was on Mission Impossible originally, the
Yes.
show back. And Phil is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He's such a great guy, and we've been friends probably about 20 years now. And Wing Chun, he's from Hawkins Chung Group,
Mhm.
and he was Hawkins Chung's top student, and still
Wow.
practicing, still teaching. He doesn't put it out there too often, but he is.
Oh wow, that's y'all heard it here first. I've
Yeah.
never heard that before. You guys heard it here first. See, that's why you got to talk to the Godfather, man. He got some secrets. In fact, when you bringing that book out that we was talking about in Vegas a couple of years ago,
Which one you talking? Which one?
that the tell all who's who book.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And the truth, being a publisher, and I never was even thinking of ever being a publisher. Look, and now I got 3 magazines out. But what happened was I just got a little itch to kind of give the grassroots guys a little, push. And I've got so many things came over my desk over the years that I can't put it all out. I really can't put things out. It's about people, about stars, about movie guys that went from back and forth, and you wouldn't even know, like Phil Morris, that he was a martial artist. I just have so much information, but I can't put a lot of it out. I'll tell you off camera, but I have a lot of stuff.
Yes, sir. Now the you got a couple of who's who books.
Mm-hmm.
I think about 4 or 5 of them.
We did one many years ago with the magazine, and then I worked with Jesse Bowen, so I'm up to my 3rd one right now.
Okay. And can people still be a part of that, or those are done?
For this year, we just started up again. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see there's a little link there. You can go right on. I check the people that are supposed to be in there when they go through the link to Jesse, and we're trying to do again a nice thing for the public because I'm the type, and this is weird. Here I am, a publisher. I do the tremendous event. I do all these crazy things. I've got a martial art channel coming up very soon. Crazy things, and I don't keep archives of my own stuff. And now that I have I have 2 grandsons actually. I'm to save things because I want to hand it off to them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of great stuff that I just never held on to. So gotta start doing it.
Well, let's talk about the 2022,
Mm-hmm.
the Martial Arts Mega Weekend. What anniversary is this going to be?
This is gonna be I call it my 21st and a half because of the COVID.
Right.
It's actually 21st issue that we're coming out. Event.
Yeah. So what we got going on for this one coming up?
Well, I have to say, amazingly, my event, once these guys come to my event, they always want to come back. So I never get rid of people that are celebrities. Every year I get a call. We're having the event again? We're having it. Yes. So I'm looking, and and as a promoter yourself, you can't bring everyone in, and you can't bring a ton of new people in because it gets expensive. So I usually look to bring 2 to 3 new people in. I spoke to Chuck Zito, who's on the cover of this first magazine that I'm doing. We're talking about Mike Tyson. Okay. We're also talking to Roy Jones. I spoke to his manager the other day. I have a whole group of guys, but I can't give their names yet. NFL stars. Okay. And they're coming down just as guests. They're not even coming to be in the show, but they're so excited about martial arts. They want to be part of it. And I have something else I just finalized last night. Well, in conversation, we're bringing in a jiu-jitsu group. We're bringing in, and we have 5 tournaments. We have a jiu-jitsu group, and we're bringing in. How could I say that? It's a Bruce Lee Appreciation Day. Okay.
Okay.
And we have a whole group coming in, different from what I ever did. we're bringing in other groups in that are going to help along with the event. And, we get a tremendous amount of people. So when he was going to do it on his own, this gentleman, he just said, I might as well bring it to your event because look at the cast of characters you got of it. So that's where that's coming from. But I have some other surprises I haven't spoken about yet, and we will soon.
Well, let me just go down the line for the folks I've seen over the past 10 years. Sifu, this is going to be my 9th year, Sifu. First of all, I need everybody to know this. This is one of the events that inspired me to do my event. When for years, I would see those flyers. People say, oh, flyers don't work. Listen, those flyers were everywhere.
You believe I had them in the grocery store.
They were everywhere. I would see those flyers. I would see James Liu. I would see Don the Dragon Wilson. I would see Carrie Tagawa. I would see Cynthia Rothrock. You know what I'm saying? I would see all the martial arts action heroes. Michael Jai White, Ron Van. I would see everybody on there from the original UFC. I was like, one of these years, man, I'm going. 2012, I was able to go. And at that time, I was already in negotiations to do my Urban Action Showcase. And out of the blue, I'm letting the world know, out of the blue, this is what happened. I don't know how you got there, Sifu, but you showed up at HBO. He's like, listen, how can I help you? This is, let me know what I can do. And I tell you, man, that changed the game for me because of that, I got Michael Jai White. Because I had Michael Jai White, I got Kelly Hu. And people don't realize at that time they were on Arrow. Michael Jai White was Bronze Tiger on Arrow, and Kelly Hu was China White on Arrow. You see what I'm saying? And basically she said, oh, if Michael's coming, I'm coming. See, people don't understand how relationships work and how people do things based on relationships. Now, Sifu vouched for me. And because he vouched for me, Mike said he was going. Therefore, Kelly Hu said she was going. You see what I'm saying? So people don't know how these things work. But anyway, we laid our foundation and we kept building from there. But I tell you, man, if it wasn't for you, Sifu, it wouldn't have been what it was. And I really appreciate you.
My pleasure.
That. Thank you so much. And you know what? He continues to do that. I'm hoping that in the martial arts we grow up. Man, there's a lot of craziness going on. We need to get back to the basics, which is honor, respect. I never heard Sifu call himself outside of just Sifu. In fact, he don't even say, call me Sifu. He said, good, call me Alan. But he know I never say that. But the point is this. You got people that actually have accolades or not even saying anything. But then you have all these people who I guess you call them, what do you call them? Comic book accolades? I don't know. But everybody's a grand master.
Is this show PG or?
Yeah, this PG. This Facebook PG. We got to keep it PG. But the point is, when we come to your event, we're gonna be in a place where it's real people, real masters of the martial arts, and good people, man. At the end of the day, these are very, very cool people. Like I said, the people that you meet there, very hospitable. Because of his event, I was able to get Carrie Tagawa when we did the 20. I think at that time it might have been the 20th anniversary of Mortal Kombat, but he was there, and of course James Liu. We launched Luke Cage because James Liu came to our event and got a lot of people on Luke Cage for our for the what do we call it? We call it the call to action, right? He came in and looked at a lot of martial artists and gave them opportunities on Luke Cage to get their SAG card and so forth. Of course, Lady Dragon was in the house, Don the Dragon Wilson. And of course, because of that, we were able to promote Michael Jai White to being a dragon in 2019. And I'm telling you, it all stemmed from these relationships coming to the Action Magazine Martial Arts Mega Weekend. Not to mention other events that spawned out of this, and I'm not going to mention it because it's their events. It's not for me to mention. But the point is, there are a lot. So for people who don't know, let's talk about the Arnold Classic and how you got involved with that, how you were on the board, how you brought martial arts to that, and what you're doing with that, and then also what you're doing at AOF.
Well, with the Arnold, it was a funny thing. I was there probably from the second year in the event, and I didn't know a lot of people when I went out there, and I started meeting people. And I got a whole family out there now. I go out there, and I walk around with an entourage like 40, 50 people when I go out. Me, Chuck Zito, my guy Oak Tree. We have a ball when we go out there. And I had met Toki Hill years ago, and then Toki got the tournament and ran for 15 years. And when he got it, he says, Alan, could you help me? Well, I wound up being chief coordinator, running the tournament, promoted with him, and everything we did together. And from that, I met Dr. Robert Goldman. And Dr. Bob was a black belt already, but he was never involved with the martial art industry in depth. I brought him in, and he became great friends with everyone there. Everyone loves him. And I'll be honest with you, we made a great friendship. It's about 10 years now. And now I'm on the board of directors with Arnold and Dr. Bob, which is very funny because there's only one or two martial artists in it. Now there's a few, but I was the first one with Randy Couture. And we worked directly with Arnold. I mean, we have a ball. It's a great weekend. And it didn't have it last year. This year, I think there might be another problem, but hopefully it comes back within Ohio because you're talking about 200,000 people. Amazing. So it's a lot of fun. Not all martial artists, of course. Martial arts is a very small part of it, but martial arts does have a little bit of a foothold.
Well, it's important because, martial arts, for me, is ultimate fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always looked at Shaolin was the ultimate level of fitness, or ninjas or something like that. So it's very, very relevant when it comes to the fitness industry, right? Because thankfully for Billy Blanks, he gave a lot of martial artists the ability to make some money outside of having a martial arts school. Yeah. Because of the typo, everybody wanted something similar. So we were able to teach cardio, kickboxing, or whatever we wanted to call it, and actually have a career of teaching a derivative of what we learned in martial arts for fitness, and today everybody, you don't have any fitness place without a kickboxing or even a real boxing or martial arts type of program inside of the fitness facility. So, these are our founding fathers when it comes to this, the martial arts fitness and so forth. And these are the people who are continuing to push it forward. And hopefully the next generation will come out and support and learn so they can keep it going. They can keep it going because, the new generation, man, they're doing stuff we've never seen. We used to just do a simple jump spin kick. They spin about 4 or 5 times. Yep. They flipping and tripping and all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't know how they do it, but it's evolving, to another level. But I definitely would like to see true martial arts that have application. Remember, forms or kata or whatever you want to call it were a structure of application, right? It wasn't just about entertainment. It was about application and what it can actually do in a real life situation. So I'm hoping that we don't lose that with all the entertainment that we have. And mentioning entertainment, there is no action without martial arts. Zero.
And the funniest thing when I started this new magazine, it was just a brainstorm I had. I said, well, how, doing the Wing Chun magazine was a little difficult to get people, because these were just martial artists. And, some of them don't want the publicity, didn't need the publicity. And it was a little bit like pulling teeth. Second issue, I'm still pulling it, but I have 1 or 2 little things more to do. But when I came out with this new so-called Hollywood martial art magazine, boy, I had no problem. I'm literally working on 3 issues at the same time. Okay. I picked up 17 writers, okay, and editors all within 1 day. So I think this is the way to go with this. People are really looking at it. And everyone I call basically is a friend of mine. I call them, they thank me. I go, oh, wow, yeah. And I love it because now I'm able to feel I could do something more for them also. And it's not, it has nothing to do with ego, it has nothing to do with even money, believe it or not. Because I work with my publisher with it. I'm the editor in chief. He makes most of the money. I just make a few pittance on it, nothing tremendous. But I was never into it for money. Like I said, Action Magazine was a free magazine for 25 years. So, money was not important. But there's a lot of great projects I have besides that going on, which some I can talk about, some I can't. But I guess, hey, I'm almost 70 years old and I feel like I'm 22. I'm still running around. So it's all good.
Well, let's talk about the worldwide expansion of the martial arts mega weekend. I think you're going to Russia, right?
Yeah, I'm doing, and this is for real. I mean, I've been on phone calls back and forth. We're going to Russia. We're going to Brazil. We're going to Istanbul, Turkey, and we're talking to Spain right now and the Philippines.
Wow. Okay, Russia's first though, right?
Yeah, well, it might not be, but it looks like that's the one that we're really working on hard because we have a lot of good support. Matter of fact, Roy Jones Jr. lives in Russia. Steven Seagal lives in Russia. Oh, yeah. Steven Seagal lives in Russia. And one of the guys that come to my event every year is Putin's judo partner. So we may have a little bit of a crowd of people showing up, maybe very unusual. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Now, do you want to talk about? I know you mentioned the Kung Fu channel. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Dennis Warren and I, we put together a channel, and there was a problem with getting content and stuff like that. Of course, my basic idea, again, giving back to the community, I want guys like Bobby Samuels, Art Camacho that can build shows like Cobra Kai and bring them onto a channel. Now, we're going to be on Roku. We're being looked at Apple and Amazon right now to bring our channel on, and they're excited because there's really nothing on it. We just obtained the usage of 300 Run Shaw movies with the Bruce Lee, with Jackie Chan movies, Sonny Chiba. So we're going to start off with that type of channel, and maybe for the first couple months, just kind of run movies like that. But then again, we want to bring in programming. Like your event, we spoke about it. Your next event, I'm hiring a crew to come in and just tell you and do, Demetrius Angelo's story about your event. And people want to see that. And then I want to do everyone that wins in your competition, we're going to show their movies. So we're going to put it together like a package. So that's about the kid that made a movie and had very good quality movie, but couldn't ever show his movie. We're going to be able to do that. We don't know how yet, what we're doing, the logistics on it, but we're going to come out with something that will help everybody.
Nice. So that's coming soon. So you guys should look out for that. Tickets are on sale now for the Martial Arts Mega Weekend.
They will be momentarily. They can call me and they can get tickets. I've already sold about 12 to 13 tables already.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Because my question is this, because Jersey might be different. Are you going to be full capacity?
Full capacity.
Okay, so that means the normal tables that you normally have, you'll have again this 100%. Year. Okay, good. All right, well, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the new magazine coming out. The link is in the description now to get Tao of Wing Chun, the first issue on Amazon. It's in the description, so just look there and you can get the magazine direct from there.
Can I just say something about that too? My publisher came to me when we came up with the idea about doing the Tao of Wing Chun, and he's telling me he has 10 titles. His best title was the Ninja, mm-hmm. And it was Stephen Hayes. Yeah. He had 3 issues out, and he says, Alan, it's the best thing I've ever done. He goes, Stephen's magazines, they sell like crazy. Even the downloads, we have 160,000 downloads of the magazine. So, of course, the month passes. He gets his report back from Amazon. He calls me up. He goes, young man, he goes, you beat Stephen Hayes 2 times plus.
Wow.
Our Wing Chun is the biggest seller we've ever seen, and Amazon's biggest martial art sale of a magazine also. So a little idea, here we are literally on the top of the magazine industry for martial arts. We beat everybody out. And, Stephen and I are very dear friends. We're very close, me and Stephen. I'm ready to make my call and go, Steve, right away, He's a wonderful man too. So, it's not a matter of even doing that. It's just that he'd be happy for me like I was happy for him too. So.
Now, you mentioned Don Warner. A lot of people don't know who that is. Explain to the people who Don Warner is.
Don Warner.
You gotta educate these young folks.
Yeah, Don Warner was a very quiet man in his career. He lived in Canada, and he came to California. Actually, his first apartment was Bruce Lee's apartment, where Bruce Lee lived. And he moved and didn't know it when he rented it. Then he found out. And Don is a gentleman. And, some people, it's like, listen, when you're a promoter and you're doing certain things that other people can't do, people kind of shun you. Not all of them. The smart ones don't. But you get that. And Don was, people were talking, oh, Don. But let me tell you, he made a company. First was Panther Productions, made the first instructional videos. And Don started a company called Master Productions. And he started off making plaques and videos and so on and so forth. Then he got a little bit into the magazine industry. But Don was the second biggest martial art distributor of videos in the world at one time. And then he went into, now it's all download, of course, but he's still doing well with that. But Don is a real innovative guy, smart as they come. And, we got together one day when I came up with the Tao Wing Chun, we started talking. He goes to me, I've been waiting to do something with you for 30 years. And now we have something. And it's great. I like the product. I like what he made. Amazon's actually, it's on demand, and Amazon did a wonderful job. And, we are where we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. What is the website for the Action Magazine Martial Arts Mega Weekend?
Okay, it's a brand new. It's not up yet. It's a brand new guy, and we worked a new way, but it's called Action Mega MEGAHOH.com. And that'll have registration for everything about the event, and we're expanding it. That's why we don't have it up yet, but people can call me directly or email me or Facebook me and reserve tables, and that's been done already. I mean, we're doing it every day. I got someone else calling me that's just afraid not to get a table. And like last year, we had over 1,000 people at our banquet, and we sold out. So it was a good feeling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm excited about, of course, 2022. I guess that's going to be my first event to actually go to because, I'm still wearing my mask. I'm just letting people know right now. I'm not having my physical event this year, not until next year. So I'm gonna be back virtual. So I'll be pushing it virtually.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
It's all about working together, and I feel that. And the guys that don't work together wind up at the end, they find out they're very lonely with that.
But exactly. Well, first of all, sir, I want to appreciate you and thank you for your time. You're always there to help the martial arts community, always there to help the next generation and push the next level of things. And you're a good role model because once again, he's like, he's doing all this, and what am I doing? You look at yourself and say, okay, I need to get off my behind and do something. You know what I'm saying? But people don't realize the work that it takes.
Well, there's only one person that's not happy then. That's my wife. Because you're always on the computer.
Yeah.
But you know something? It opened up the world for us differently. I live in Long Island now, and the truth of the matter is I'm not in Brooklyn where I would jump on a train and go here and there. So the computer is my access to everyone now. And I swear to you, when I tell you, I have this year coming over 43 countries are coming to the event. We're just building groups from all over the world coming in. Guess what? It's the computer that's doing it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like I said, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you for all you've done for the martial arts community. And we are going to continue to update you guys on what Sifu Alan Goldberg is doing as far as the Martial Arts Mega Weekend, second issue of Tao Wing Chun, the Hollywood Martial Arts Action Magazine coming out, and then, of course, the Martial Arts Network that he has coming out. So stay tuned.
And there's more stuff, but we don't have time to talk about it. So anyway.
All right, Sifu. Appreciate it.
Honored. Thank you very much. Love yous all. God bless.
All right, God bless. All right, guys. Coming up next, 3 o'clock, Mimi Chan, the voice of Mulan, with, of course, Lady Sensei New York from the Women's Martial Arts Network. You guys don't want to miss that. And then 4:30 p.m., we've got JFH, the app, uniting the world into a new cinematic universe. And then 7 o'clock, guys, WMAC Masters. You don't want to miss it. All right.
My boy Bam.
Yes, indeed. 9 p.m. we got the watch. I'm sorry, 10 p.m. We got the watch party. Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. All right. Cool. Yes, sir. All right. Until next time. Thank you, Sifu.
Thank you. God bless you all.
All right. God bless.